Going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name's Rob. Today, I'm breaking down what just happened at UFC Noche, Lopez versus Silva, and I'm going to be breaking down every single fight on this card, especially the main event, which was just ridiculous that just ended with a spinning elbow knockout by Diego Lopez. Let's get into it, okay? Diego Lopez wins this fight in the second round. At the end of the second round, with a spinning elbow that cuts Jean Silva open, hurts him bad, drops him to his knees. They ruled a knockdown here and just rains down a bunch of punches to the side of Jean's head. Um, and he did hit him a few times behind the head, but that just kind of happens sometimes. I don't think that was Diego's wrongdoing or he was doing that on purpose or anything. I just think that he was just trying to finish the fight. So Diego wins by knockout, which is a pretty crazy result. Jean Silva was on fire in this fight, right? Let's just start in the beginning of the fight where he wasn't on fire, actually. He throws a spinning kick, and Diego gets on top, gets in mount, and starts raining down elbows. Those 12 to 6, which are now legal, to the top of the head of Jean Silva, just brutally. And he starts cutting him open. John's flopping like a fish, but Jean Silva eventually gets out and survives. I thought the fight might have been done right there. They were dry. It was right in the beginning of the fight. I thought Lopez might have snatched something up or maybe just rained down ground and pound. But John Silva gets out somehow, finishes the round. None of the judges actually gave him a 10-8. I personally didn't have it a 10-8, but none of the judges gave him a 10-8, which I thought was kind of surprising. I thought at least one would, but yeah, that's like a borderline 10-8 for me. I would have been fine if they did, but we get on to the second round, and John is just piecing Diego up with everything he throws. He throws that little front kick just effortlessly, and he was clipping Diego right on the chin like 3 or 4 times. And just everything he threw, a few step in elbows, a few just combinations, hooks to the body, and everything Jean threw, it felt like was piecing Diego up. And Diego was landing a little bit too with just like just some jabs. He landed like one nice hook on Jean. But you know, Jean was on his way to a win, and then this is where the fight just gets crazy. Jean just starts going nuts. He acts like it's the end of the fight. Did he not know this was 5 rounds? Like, actually, it was only the second round. Like, what was Jean Silva doing? Is basically what I don't understand. He starts absolutely brawling when he doesn't need to. He's piecing Diego up on the feet, and he overextends. He overextends with that left hand against the cage after just throwing like 4 different combinations. Throws a spinning kick, the whole nine. Overextends with a left hand. Diego takes advantage and spins on him. Lands that beautiful elbow to the temple, and that's it. That's the fight. Um, yeah, I just don't understand what Jean Silva was doing. Did the autism take over? Like he was doing so well, and then the autism took over. I think. Is that just like what kind of happens? I don't. I genuinely don't understand. I was just mind blown at that fight. Mind blown. What an incredible fight, though. Incredible fight. I think if that goes like a few more rounds, it probably is fight of the year, or at least in the top three. It only goes about two, um, but still just an unbelievable fight. But the biggest takeaway that I came up with from this whole night and this fight was John Silva threw it away. Not that Diego Lopez won, not that Diego Lopez dominated, not that he is back, is that John Silva completely threw this away. And I'm a big John Silva fan, but that just can't happen, man. You can't just go balls to the wall like that and just start throwing everything at a Diego Lopez who has an insane chin. Diego was cracked with some insane shots that I think puts down every other featherweight. But he has that stone wall chin, iron brick head, that Mexican spirit that can take any shot. So yeah, man, Jean Silva completely threw this fight away. He won this fight. I think he gets a fight against Volkanovski if he won. But he just wanted to finish the fight like right away, and it's just mind-boggling. A 5-round main event against an elite level fighter. That's what you do? Really? Really? Because I thought Jean was looking amazing. I thought he was on his way to cruising to a victory, like maybe like round 4, round 5, maybe a decision. He was piecing Diego up, man. And I think Diego, I don't know if Diego would have wilted, but how many shots can you take? I know Diego's up on the significant strikes here, but that's all from the ground strikes in the first round for the most part. Um, but when they were standing, it was levels, man. John looked like prime McGregor out there. And I don't say that lightly. I genuinely believe that. Honestly, the fight was kind of going like how Conor fought against Mendez. If you remember that fight, Mendez had Conor in trouble on the ground. Conor stands up and then starts piecing Mendez up. That's kind of how that fight went, except with a terrible finish for Jean Silva. Um, yeah, man, I was astonished at this. Astonished. Fighting nerds, go down again. Um, Fighting nerds go down again. But I think Jean Silva's going to be okay. I have no doubts that he'll bounce back after this. I think this is a good lesson, a good humbling maybe, to just not do that. I think he'll still be like nuts. His autism's not going to go away. He'll still be barking at everyone. But I think he needs, once the fight happens, man, like I haven't seen him do that. He's usually pretty, like he taunts a lot, but usually he locks in. It looked like he just didn't care who was in front of him and just threw everything, the kitchen sink at Diego. And yeah, man, I I uh I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But what's next for these guys? I think Diego fights Yair Rodriguez. I think that's perfect. I think that's literally perfect. Um, and Jean Silva fights maybe Aljo, takes Aljo's head off. But it is an interesting fight because if Aljo gets on top, John's probably going to be, flopping like a fish like he was in the first round. So I think those are the fights to make. Diego versus Yair, Jean versus Aljo. And yeah, man, awesome main event. Um, yeah, I think I said that everything that needs to be said about that. I was just baffled by that, man. I think Jean just threw that away. I don't want to say that was a lucky shot by Diego because it was right to the temple. It was so clean. But just a brutal mistake from Jean Silva. Brutal. You can't do that, man. You cannot do that. So Diego Cassius is a big dog here. Let's go on to the next fight. Rob Font takes on David Martinez in a stand-up fight for 15 minutes where Martinez just pieced Rob Font up. This was a pretty clear victory for David Martinez. First round and the third round, I thought, 29-28. Pretty easy to score. The first round was a little closer than the third, but the third, Martinez hurts him at the. I thought he was winning the whole third round, but he hurt him at the end there. Stumbled, fought, and unloaded those shots at the end. Font won the second round with the jabs, but Martinez edges it out, and we have a new contender at 135. Like I predicted, man, Martinez is that guy. Martinez is that guy, and he's going to be a problem for the future, man. His movement, his cardio, it's something that bantamweights it's going to be hard to deal with. Like I think he beats that next echelon of fighters like Cheetos, the Hobby, McGee, those type of guys. I think he beats them, man. With those leg kicks, that movement. The thing that was huge for me for Martinez was he uses all that movement, all that circling, and he doesn't get tired like at all. I don't understand how he doesn't get tired once um from circling out the entire fight. But man, if you have that type of cardio, that type of movement, that type of speed, it's gonna be a problem, bro. This guy might eventually be in the top five, and he might make a run at the title. Only 27 years old. So the other thing I wanted to address is what the hell happened at the end of the fight? What were those unanswered shots to the back of Fon's head where the ref is just standing there watching? Dan Mergliata, I think it was. I think it was Mergliata. Does it say on here? No. I think it was Mergliata. Mergliata doesn't hear the bell, which is like, okay, but like he just keeps hitting him and keeps hitting him. Like it was insane. I've never seen that. It was like 10 to 15 strikes to the head of Font after the fight was over. It's just mind-boggling. How can that even like how does that even happen in the UFC? I understand it was loud in there and stuff, but damn, man. Font's like 38. He can't be taking, shots that don't even count anymore, bro. That's brutal. Tough loss for Rob Font, but classic Rob Font fight. Always close against these prospects, and this time he loses. You could have said he lost that Matsumoto fight. So, yeah, man. We have a new contender in the Spartan, David Martinez, man. This is exciting for the division. So this was what needed to happen for the division. Let's be honest. We needed new guys, and we Rob Font was killing. He was killing all the prospects. So yeah, man. Martinez with a big win there. Rafa Garcia versus Jared Gordon. Garcia with a big knockout in the third round. Um, yeah. Jared Gordon's might be cooked here, man. This was brutal. I'm pretty sure this was a brutal stoppage too, like way too late again, right? The first two rounds were really close. They were just trading the entire time. Um, I thought Gordon was landing the best shot, the better shots. I thought it was 1-1 going into the third, and Rafa Garcia just starts biting on his mouthpiece and sitting down on some shots, and he took out Gordon bad with that knockdown, and then started raining down elbows. If I forget now, so many fights. Wasn't this like a late stoppage? He hurt Gordon on and then it went to the ground, right? And then he started raining down elbows, like it says here, victory by elbows. And yeah, man, Rafa Garcia's improved a ton in the UFC, by the way. A ton. This is a huge win for Rafa Garcia. I was pretty confident in Jared Gordon, and he let us all down, man. Our favorite heroin recovering her our favorite recovering heroin addict has gone down finally. This is the man that beat Paddy Pimblett, so pretty impressive win for Rafa Garcia. Kelvin Gastelum versus Dustin Stoltzfus. Another fight that I thought a fighter just threw away. Dustin Stoltzfus should have won this fight. I don't know why he decided to turn this into a bar fight, what he was doing. You know, he was at range the entire time and just staring at him, and then he would try to brawl with Kelvin Gastelum. Like, what are you doing, man? Just stupid. Not throwing any jabs, just throwing those big kicks. And every time he went in, Kelvin would catch him. Gastelum looked quick, man. Our favorite blob is back in the win column. He looks fast for that frame, dude. I mean, look at this. What in the hell is that? It is insane that he wins fights looking like that. It is insane. It is insane. I bet on Stoltzfus, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. He was doing well, and he just completely threw it away, man. Completely threw it away. I think he might have got tired, and Gastelum has the experience in those types of fights. But yeah, Gastelum back in the win column. Pretty good win for him. Super fun fight. This would have been fight of the night if the main event didn't happen. So great win for Kelvin. Alexander Hernandez wins by knockout against Diego Ferreira. Um, what the fuck was the ref doing here? What the fuck, man? This was just as bad as Bobby Green with Jalen Turner. This was brutal. Brutal. Alexander Hernandez knocks down Diego Ferreira, lands about 10 to 15 shots unanswered. Diego goes out like 4 times. He goes out, wakes up, goes out, wakes up. His head bouncing off the canvas, and the ref just staring at it, not doing anything. Just mind boggling stuff. It was hard to watch. But yeah, man. It was like seeing Diego Ferreira, who's 40 years old, get his head bounced off the canvas like that is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just disgraceful. Good win for Hernandez, though. He's on a big run. He deserves a big fight. He called out Michael Chandler. They can do that. They can do that. There's a ton of lightweights outside the top 15 that they can match him up with as well, though, like Ludovic Klein, Perez Yam, uh, those types of guys. But he's on an amazing run. Diego should probably hang him up. Maybe one more fight. But yeah. Santiago Luna versus Quang Lee. Quang got off to a hot start where he hurt Luna pretty bad. And then, yeah, Luna just shrugs it off with his first fight jitters. I believe Luna's only like 21, 22 years old. So super impressive for him to come back and then just absolutely piece up Quang, put him out cold. This dude's going to be a problem for the bantamweight division. Um, definitely someone that is gonna, you know, get finishes at bantamweight. I think he's like, I don't know if it was jitters or he's just hittable, right? Because if it was just those pre-fight jitters, then I think this guy's gonna make a big run at 135 and probably get ranked eventually. He's still young, so I wouldn't rush him at all. They put this fight in short notice, so that's an insane win for Luna. I was all over Quang, and I didn't know ball here, man. Luna is legit. So he's got that wrestling pedigree, and now he's got these types of hands. This guy's going to be a problem for 135. Dusko Todorovic beats a tomato can off the street. I think I could have beat Jose Medina tonight. I don't know why he's in the UFC. He's not even close to UFC caliber. I think my sister would piece him up. He's an absolute joke. It's ridiculous that he's even in the UFC. He lost his Contender Series fight, then lost 3 straight. What are they just trying to put guys over against this guy? Like probably, right? But then why do you match him up with Todorovic? Give him, I don't know, Koyev or something. Todorovic dominates. Good win for Todorovic to get back on track. I don't think Dusko's a stud in any means, but good for him to get a win back. Medina is getting cut now, finally. Absolute bum. Claudio Playes loses a split decision to Joaquim Silva. I don't really know what to say about this fight. Playes is a jiu-jitsu nerd who just kept diving at legs, kept trying to get takedowns. 16 takedown attempts, 7 minutes of control. Not really doing much. He did hurt Joaquim Silva a few times on the feet with like a jab or something. But yeah, this fight sucked. Joaquim Silva's IQ is just lacking a ton. I don't know why he was kept trying to engage with Playas in the clinch, and which led to Playas taking him down. But yeah, good win for Silva. He clearly won this fight in the third round at the end there, where he hurt Playas towards the end of that round. So clear win for Joaquim Silva. Cut Claudio Playas. I can't stand fighters like this. Can't stand fighters like this. Speaking of fighters I can't stand, congratulations, Tatiana Suarez. You're my new least favorite fighter. She wins a unanimous decision to Amanda Lemos, 29-28 across the board. Ridiculous. This was disgraceful. Disgraceful. Tatiana Suarez did nothing this entire fight. I don't even know how she has 20 strikes. I did not see 20 strikes in there. All she did were some little knees to the thighs or a few knees to the body in the clinch. Just ridiculous. 9 minutes of control against the cage. Um, yeah, I don't know what to even say, man. Lemos hurts her at the end in the third round, but um, yeah, Amanda Lemos also was just terrible in this fight. Like, why aren't you trying to unload punches in the first and second round? Why are you only doing it with 15 seconds left? It's ridiculous. And yeah, she loses the 29-28 because she lost the first two rounds. So by just getting held the entire time against the cage and an occasional takedown. I don't understand why the refs don't break up the clinch against the cage more often, by the way. Why are you allowed to stall against the cage by just doing some pitter pat shots to the thighs? It's a joke, man. This was a disgrace and a complete waste of time. Speaking of a fight that wasn't a waste of time, Jesus Aguilar wins a unanimous decision against Garul. Absolute banger, man. Banger. Um, Garul, Garul looked good in this fight, but Aguilar landed the bigger shots and was just quicker. He did a really good job of mixing up to the body, to the legs, as you can see the strikes here. I think I picked Aguilar, and yeah, man, I was right. I don't know why Aguilar was plus 160. I should have just trusted my gut and bet on him. But yeah, of course, when I don't bet on him, he wins. I don't know why people are enamored with Louis Garul. Um, he's tough. He's chinny. That's the issue. He was doing good before that flash knockdown, I believe, in the second round or the third round, and that cost him that round, and that cost him the fight. I think he would have won the fight if it wasn't for that. So good win for Jesus Aguilar. I really like Aguilar. He's a little too flashy, and I think he'll get clipped eventually. Um, and his striking's good, but it's not the cleanest. He misses a ton of shots. His range isn't great. I think it's just because he has those short arms. But yeah, good win for Aguilar. What the fuck was this? What the fuck was this? Cedricus Dumas, go back to jail. You bum. You $14 bum. Fucking disgrace. Disgraceful. Dumas wanted out of that fight. Man, come on. That must have been the worst nut shot of all time if he just quit like that. Didn't even try to fight. I can't even move, man. My right ball hurts. I can't get up. Fucking disgrace. This was just a complete waste of time. Please cut this guy, Dana. Please. Sick of him. Alden Correa finishes Alessandro Costa in the third round in his debut. Holy shit, I was wrong about this one. Another prospect that in his first fight really impresses. Alessandro Costa like got his pinky toe, but like both pinky toes stuck in the fence, and they like kind of like ripped off, or like there was like blood everywhere. I don't know what the hell was going on, but yeah, Correa took advantage, and man, he's nice. He looks good on the ground. He looks good in the striking. I was actually thinking during the fight, like he kind of looks like Josh Van on the feet. Lo and behold, in his corner, Josh Van, and bro, this guy's a problem. I know he's 11-3. I'd have to go back at those losses and see when they were, like if it was really early in his career or not. But He looks legit. For him to finish Alessandro Costa is no joke. That's an awesome win for Coria, who I think can be a top 15 guy in the next year or two. So really good addition for flyweight. Flyweight's just a sick division. Between this fight and the Aguilar fight, I think it's the most fun division in the entire UFC. Constantly, they just put on bangers. So big win for Coria. Pretty embarrassing performance for Costa. I kind of feel bad for him with the toe thing, but yeah, it's a tough one. Rendon beats Pereira by split decision. Another horrible fight, the lowest level of MMA. I don't know what the hell people's why they were so enamored with Pereira. I don't get that. 19-year-old who can just only strike and who has fought literal cans. Tapology literally didn't legitimize most of her wins. I don't know why they rushed this girl to the UFC, why she was not given a contender series fight first, and why she's here in general. Just mind-boggling stuff. Horrible, horrible performance by Pereira. Rendon didn't do anything special either. She just kind of followed her around and just landed more airstrikes. Like literally just landed more airstrikes. So the soccer mom got it done here. Yeah, I don't know what the hell this was. Donchenko with a big knockout over Cezinado in the first round. This was sick. Sick fight. Donchenko looks like a legit prospect, man. He wins the Ultimate Fighter with that knockdown. His elbows are some of the best elbows that I've ever seen from a fight. Like he has some of the craziest elbows, some Tony Ferguson like elbows, where he just steps in and he was using elbows instead of punches for like the entire fight. Cuts open Cezinado, and that pretty much ends the fight after he just unloads on him. This guy looks like he can wrestle and has big powerful shots. So I think this guy's going to make a run, and I think he's going to be a really exciting fighter for the UFC for a while now. So yeah, guys, that was UFC Noche. Overall, good card, good main card. Terrible, terrible prelims. Besides those flyweight fights, but yeah, man. If you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe. See you guys.